Good morning, everyone. We are continuing our dark side month in this game. There was a lot of teasers on the forums about this being like a Sith month. Last February was when we got Nihilus and the Sith Trooper and the Sith Assassin. So the suggestion or the tease was that they're going to keep building on that. And we have the really big trip at the end of the month that we still don't know what it's about. All we know is that that trip is not about Revan, but I think this is all kind of like laying the groundwork for Sith to keep building them and build all of the other big Sith that there are, and then we'll probably end up with Revan a little bit later. I don't know. There's so many things that they could do with this. It's really exciting. So what we got today was a Sith Marauder, and the word Marauder just makes me think of the Marauders map in Harry Potter. So I'm like, after I use this character, do I need to do like mischief manage? But in reading up about Sith Marauders, now Miss Passier, one of the other game changers, is like a huge Sith fan, and so he's like losing his mind, and he's convinced that this is leading up to Darth Malgus. When I was reading up on the Marauders, they did have to do with him, and it mentions that they reached the climax of their strength in the time of Triya, Nihilus, and Darth Sion. So we have Nihilus, so maybe Triya and Sion will coming soon. Mist is convinced that this is meaning that Malgus will come soon. And just another thing that I found when I was reading about it, they're like an advanced class, and the 3 skill trees is according to no, it's not Wikipedia. Is it Wikipedia? Wikipedia? I don't know what site this is. But it's saying the 3 skill trees are Carnage, Annihilation, and Fury. And we have Annihilation, so I'm like, oh, are we gonna start getting some Carnage and Fury? I don't know. I'm really excited to see where this goes. And this is definitely just like the first piece. So and it's really hard to see how this, like, there's a lot of places this could go. So this is kind of just gonna be kit revealed. It's really hard to theory craft when we are gonna have a lot of unknown pieces. All right, so let's get right into the kit. And here he is, just right off the bat. How cool does he look? We have a destructive Sith attacker that takes advantage of all buffs and debuffs in a battle. Alright, so the first ability, his basic ability, Strength Through Passion, and when I was reading through this kit, I thought that the ability sounded familiar, and Mist told me it's referring to the Sith code, so very clever. And it deals physical damage and inflicts offense down. Basic. And offense down is just one of those buffs that's just annoying. Like, I like characters that can do damage, so when I get offense down on myself, I'm like, alright. His first special, Victory Through Power. This animation, when I saw this yesterday, I saw in the chat when we were all talking about it, I saw something about a lightsaber throw. I was not expecting this. I saw it and I was just like, this is so cool. It looks like I just want to watch it. I almost wish that it hit the target twice, so that it would, both times it went through, it would hit them. But I also, like, I kind of wish that, well, I wish it would do that so that if the character had foresight, he would like throw it and they would dodge it, but they would come back and hit them in the back of the head. Kind of like the lightsaber hits Rey in Lost Jedi. I don't know. Anyways, so what this does is it does damage to the target enemy, and then it grants everyone potency up. So a lot of the Sith, especially like Vader, Palpatine, Maul, they rely heavily on their debuffs. So giving them potency up is very nice. I actually, super early in the game, I used Kit Fisto with Vader because of that tenacity up, and it actually, I noticed it making a difference. So that's cool that they have a Sith that can do that. And a Sith that buffs is actually kind of rare. And then this is the last part of his kit. Oh, the other thing is, if this is against characters, then it will, if it crits, it will reduce that unit's max health until the end of the encounter. So you can kind of like chip away at someone's health. As you can tell in a raid, that would be like outrageously OP. So against a raid boss, it just ignores armor. But that's a cool mechanic, so you'll definitely want to stack some crit chance so you can start picking away at someone's health. Especially someone like Shore Trooper, or a tank like that that has a ton of health. That could be cool. Alright, unique. The Force shall set me free. Oh, these are so cool. Okay, so Marauder will stack 5% defense, health, steal, and tenacity for each buff on all characters. And it's not just all Sith, it's all characters. The Sith aren't that well known for stacking buffs. Maybe this will change with new characters. This kind of shouts Zeta Savage at me though. And it says for each buff, so if you have like 2 heal over times, it should count twice, I would think. But you can also kind of put Marauder with another tune that really buffs your team to maybe help with this. The additional health steal would be great for under a Nihilist lead. The additional tenacity is really good to prevent from being dazed. Apart from Zeta Savage, the Sith don't really have a cleanser. And then Marauder will stack 2% crit chance, offense, and potency for each debuff on all characters. This screams Vader, especially Zeta Vader, this stacking on the dots. And critical chance and potency can get to 100% pretty quick, especially if this piece is shouting raids to me, especially that you can stack that offense. The offense is only being stacked for Marauder, but if you're running under a Zeta lead, especially with like Wampa, you're just stacking debuffs, so this offense is going to get really high and Marauder can maybe end up hitting really hard. And the last piece of the unique is when an enemy uses an ability outside of their turn, Sith Marauder will gain 20% turn meter. And this is a little weird because ability kind of suggests a special. When you first read it, that's what you think, and you're like, how is that even possible? But the basic is technically an ability, like it says like on this post, it's listed under abilities, like abilities basic, and it's called the basic ability. So I think the basic counts. So this is basically saying anytime someone counters or assists, he's going to get turn meter. So this is probably in direct relation to the CLS counter meta, or Rey and BB-8 kind of doing a lot of assisting. But I don't know how good this is going to be in arena. We might have to see what other pieces we get. And I don't think he's going to do much under a Palpatine lead, because he's not inflicting that many debuffs, and I think for Sith to really take advantage of a Palpatine lead, they need to be inflicting a lot of debuffs. But maybe a Nihilist lead, which has never been that good in arena yet. Maybe a Vader lead. We'll see. So that is the kit. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch this animation the rest of the day because it's so cool. And yeah, I mean, like I said, this has got to be just the first piece. So we'll see what else we get. Let me know what you are all looking for. If you agree with Miss that this is going to be Malgus, what character are you hoping follows this? I'm curious of what abilities are gonna stack with this. I don't know, there's so many possibilities. This is cool. And hopefully we'll know soon, and I will see you all in the next video.